Hello, my name is Pylon John, and welcome back to the tiny town of Montmaquis, where I've been hard at work, but lost some footage. So I'll get you caught up on what I've been up to here. First of all, we've got this bridge that we built in the last episode, going across the river from the old town. And I raised the land up on either side, which brings the bridge up and flattens the land a little bit on the other side for the farms. I might have brought it up a little too much, gotten carried away. Now, ignore that ugly interchange. I'll fix that up later. What I've done here is trace a dirt road around the edge of the most fertile land, which gives us an interesting shape, more interesting than I would have come up with on my own anyway. See fertile land here in yellow. We've already got some common grocery stores. It looks like they want to control the entire production chain. We've got 2 vegetable farms and 2 grain farms. I originally wanted to do one of each, but then decided to split them up, and I figured it would look better. This empty space in the southeastern portion, I'm saving for fabric textile farming, by which I guess they mean cotton farming, which becomes available at the next milestone. Eventually, I plan to extend this road down to the highway here. I don't know if I'll have room for a full interchange, with the other interchange already on the right there, and the other one I plan to build on the left. That road will go to the highway that I plan to build, going up from the existing highway on the left there. I decided to surround each of the farms with trees, not just for aesthetic purposes, but also to serve as a windbreak. I had initially chosen to just use spruce everywhere because it seemed like that would do a good job, but then I realized that I should probably mix it up a little bit for the sake of biodiversity. And if a pest or a disease comes along, it won't just kill all the trees one shot. Uh-oh, it looks like something's going down on one of these farms. Let's follow along and find out. And just like that, crime is apparently solved. Now watch this truck back out of this farm. And jackknife, but that won't stop it. There you go. Very realistic. Now let's get back to planting trees. Here I'll put in a row of chestnut. And over in this corner, I thought I'd go for a more forested look. I've already filled it with trees, but there's still a few gaps. So I'll use the brush tool to try to fill it with bushes. The brush didn't quite seem to fill in all the gaps, so now I'll go in and place some small bushes by hand in the remaining spaces. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Now I'm going to place a livestock farm, which doesn't need fertile land, so it'll go great right here. Nice. And here we'll place some of our trusty spruce trees. Eventually I decide that it's easier to place the trees along the road first, and then extend the limits of the farm up against the trees, rather than trying to squeeze the trees in after. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now let's take a look at our finances here. We're still losing money, but not too much. Here we can see we now have a surplus in grain and vegetables and a large surplus in livestock. That'll be great for export. A sizable deficit in wood, so we'll have to address that soon. Let's go down to our production of material goods. What are we making with these grains and vegetables and livestock? Still a big deficit in convenience food, in food, and in beverages. So I'll try to address that by zoning for some factories along Chemin de la Résistance, right next to the farms. But then decide that I don't want to risk any air pollution going over the old town. I can put the industry on this side of the farms, but I don't want to risk polluting that groundwater deposit either. So I'll just extend this road and put it over here for now. I'll zone that industrial in here. Sorry for the blinding white screen. Now, while that little industrial zone is getting developed, let's go and check out the larger one over in the other corner and see what kind of companies we have over here. Clicking on the icon next to the demand bars on the bottom left of the screen, I thought I'd take a look at this city information and see why we have demand or don't have demand for certain types of zoning. Taxes are clearly an issue, as are the number of unoccupied, medium-density residential buildings. We also have city policies in this screen, which, okay, let's enable pre-release programs. That sounds like a good idea. We also have district-based policies that you access by clicking on the name of the district. We've got energy consumption awareness already activated, recycling already activated, even though we don't actually have any recycling or waste management facilities in our town yet. Roadside parking fees activated. Let's see how much we're charging. Oh yeah, the maximum amount. Sounds about right. And what's this new one? Speed bumps. Reduces the speed of vehicles, lowers the chance of accidents. Sure, let's activate that too. Since we saw that taxes are having such a negative effect on citizen happiness, let's go and adjust those rates a little bit. It is kind of weird that they're connected to education level rather than income level, but I suppose the two are correlated. Although it's a little sad to think of the point of education is just making more money, but anyway, we'll lower the tax rate for the lowest income residents and continue to tax the wealthy through the nose. That seems to have solved our tax complaints, but we have others. High crime, high fees, walking distance to elementary school. Our low taxes are now increasing demand, but unoccupied buildings decreasing demand for all kinds of residential. We're still losing money, but not at a ridiculous rate. Let's see what's come in over here. Almost Meat, Teak Stool Company, Flowers. Now we want food-related industry coming in here, so we'll delete those that aren't food-related. P-cent planks? No, not here. We're almost breaking even now. Let's encourage our food-related industry by lowering their tax rates a little bit. Is 12% low enough? I don't think we need to lower taxes for our farms. Where is... beverages. Now we've got dried almonds, flowers, Lori's lentils, rust bucket. Ugh, no, go away. Since lowering taxes has had such a positive effect on our demand for medium density residential, let's go in and zone some more. And this row house still has a problem with no pedestrian access. I think it's because this medium density residential building is facing the wrong way. So let's try to turn it around. Strong Arm Mixing, Stefan Stump. You're not food related. Go away. And look at that. We are now making money. Not a lot, but we're officially in the black. And our population is increasing a lot too. We're now over 1,400. Looking good. Still sizable deficits for food, convenience food, and beverages though. Reliable mail service is somehow still a thing, but we've got poverty, high crime, and unreliable healthcare coverage. And we're losing money again. I don't want to increase the budget above 100%. Better increase this one though. Do we have any upgrades we can use? More vehicles, more patience. I don't think that's going to solve our problem here. Full skill grinding. I don't think that's coffee grinding, so go away. At some point, I do have to give up on my game of whack-a-mole with these factories here. Anyway, milestone 6 unlocked. We've got Boomtown. 1,400,000 currency units. Textile fiber farming, that's what we've been waiting for. What do we get at the next milestone? Okay. So let's put in our textile fiber farm right on this fertile land we've been saving for it. Almost done. And what happened? Where did it go? What did I do wrong? I don't get it. Can I fix it? Or what do I... Okay, I guess I'll just try again. Okay, and... Oh, it worked this time. Great. Now I'll get to planting my little trees here. I know that even with the delay of the Paradox Mods platform, there are plenty of mods now available on other platforms. And one of them is the long-awaited equivalent of the prop line tool. I think it's called Ducks in a Row. Biffa profiled it on his channel. Now it looks pretty cool, but I think it only plants trees in a straight line, and I have a lot of curves to deal with. Also, I don't think it rotates the trees between placements, so they all kind of look the same. There's also a mod that allows you to plant adult trees, but I kind of like the new tree growth mechanic in the game. Also, at this early stage of the game, I'm not just worried about mods causing problems down the line. I also realize that the same features might come out later on in bigger or better mods, or in updates, or DLCs, so I'll hold off as long as I can. Anyway, now that we finally have textile fiber farming, I want to encourage the development of textile factories by lowering their tax rate as well. We now have some new issues affecting residential demand, availability of jobs, and students. Is it too many students or not enough? I don't get it. In any case, I know that we need more industrial zones to address both our production issue and our jobs issue. So I'm going to start by smoothing out the land here and extending Chemin de la Résistance up to the northeast, where I plan to build another highway. And just as I did on the other side, I'm going to put in some dirt roads as guidelines. to help me run the new road parallel to the river. There we go. This seems like a good spot for an industrial sector. The wind is blowing any air pollution away from town, and it's a fair distance away from that groundwater reservoir. Chemin de la Résistance clips through some fertile land, but it's over here that I plan to build more farms later on. Let's upgrade these roads, turning off snapping to cell length in order to get the upgrades centered. And just build a simple grid here for now. We'll just zone all this industrial. Just press play, and voila! Watch the magic happen. What's going on with citizen happiness now? Let's see. Abundance of leisure time. Does anything negatively affect that other than having to recycle? Like having to take the time to sort recycling? Maybe a long commute? I don't know. Anyway, our parks seem to be good for leisure time. While a lot of people share concerns about electricity production, then there's healthcare and crime. Those are still problems. Okay, maybe it's time we stop importing electricity from our neighbors and start producing our own. A small coal power plant should do the trick for now. I don't think we have enough wind for turbines to make sense. Connect it to our existing transmission lines coming from out of town. And we should be good to go. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Water and sewage. It's not connected? It is connected. Oh, we just don't have enough supply. We've got to increase our budget. That'll do it. We don't seem to be producing enough electricity. We're only producing 5.2 megawatts, and our consumption is 6.82. Our efficiency is only 26%. Oh, service budget, right? Let's increase that. Much better. And we are now exporting electricity. It'll be no time until the unspecified currency units come flowing in. Okay, maybe not no time. Some time. Hopefully not too much time. Looking once again at our production window, we see that we still have healthy surpluses in grain, livestock, vegetables, and textile fabrics, but we're going to need to produce some wood. As for material goods, we have small surpluses in metals and concrete, also machinery. Big deficit in petrochemicals, and still sizable deficits in food, convenience food, beverages, and textiles. And looking again at what's influencing our demand meters, availability of jobs is still limiting our residential demand. Low, medium, and high density. Nevertheless, we do have some medium density residential demand. So let's go ahead and upzone some more of our low density to row houses in our old town here. One last look at citizen happiness here, and aside from the fees, walking distance to elementary school and unreliable internet service are the issues here, although they seem to be minor issues. So moving forward, we seem to have a bit of a to-do list here. We have to improve our internet service, develop a public transit system, develop wood and stone production, establish waste management systems, and start building our downtown to meet that commercial and office demand. Please let me know in the comments below which one you think we should tackle first in our next episode. But that will be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Pylon John. Until next time, Free Palestine.